Hey, I'm Andrew. I'm going to show you how I made this leather project. It's a sheath for your Jimmy DiResta ice pick. I'll show you how I patterned it, and I'll teach you a little bit about hand stitching as well. Alright, so this is my first prototype. You've got the belt loop up here, kind of sheath part here. The way this would be held, this would actually go in from the bottom and snap in place. And then you could do this, in and out with your ice pick. But what I'm realizing is the scale this way is totally off. Not digging that. So I'm thinking I want to shorten it to just about here. Just a little bit of distance below the top of the belt. So time for another rough draft. I don't normally take the time to prototype stuff. I just kind of make it up as I go along. But in this case, with something fairly specific, I'm actually finding this to be pretty helpful, and I think the end product is going to be much better than it otherwise would be. This, I think, is the final prototype. This will be the belt loop. It'll be spaced to give you enough room for a stitch across here and a little more than 1 3/4 inches to slide onto your belt. This is spaced specifically so this goes on. I want this tube sticking out of the top so that as you're pushing it in, you can see it and you know that you're getting it in there and you're not sliding it in next to the sheath tube. This will be trimmed out around the edge and boom, a snap. So how this would all go together, this all stitched down the sides. You put your ice pick in the sheath in this way, snap that down, this comes in from the top. You got it hanging on your side. Okay, it's been a couple days, but I'm back in the shop and I have new hope that I might get this project done because I got some real leather. I was working on this with some, honestly, garbage leather. I picked up a bunch of scraps somewhere along the way. I've had them for a couple years and I was trying to use those. They're way too thick and they're not great pieces of leather. They were difficult to cut, so I gave up, threw in the towel, and bought some good stuff from the folks at Weaver Leather. I've got a craft panel of, what did I get? 4 to 5 ounce leather, natural veg tan. That should be good to work with. Some rivets, some thread, some needles, some snaps, and some gum something or other that you're supposed to use on the edges of the leather. We'll try it. Alright. Ooh, this is much nicer. We can clean that up and make it look better, I'm sure. Alright, what I spent the last couple of minutes doing is laying out where I don't want glue. What I want to do before I do my glue up, though, is I think I want to wet this and mold it around the sheath part so that I can get that a nice crisp line along there. I'll press it down with some clamps when it's wet, and that'll kind of pull and really give it a nice shape. The next part, we're going to punch for stitches along either edge. These have little diamond-shaped tines. We'll go down along the edge and make holes that we will come back and stitch through. Alright. You got it through there. Alright, the stitching we're going to do is called a saddler stitch. That involves 2 needles, piece of thread in between them, and you actually crisscross back and forth between the piece that you are sewing. The thread kind of goes up and around through like this. It'll maybe make more sense when I do it. Some needles, some tiger thread, beige. This is like waxed thread, so it goes through everything real easy. 2 needles. I'm going to pull off about 4 times this seam because I have no idea how much I should actually have. Alright, so start here, go through. Now I've got a piece of thread on either side. I think I want to come through first on the top this way, and then you're going back through that same hole that way. Then you can tighten it up. Needle 1 through the hole in the front, pull it up and out of the way. Okay. Needle 2 goes back through the same hole and comes out the other side. In one side, back out, snug it up. It's not bad looking for somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. I made it to the end with very little thread to spare. I cut my needles off, and now I'm just tying this off in a double knot. I'm going to cut these threads. I'll put a link to this lighter in the description. It's pretty cool. Alright, now we'll do the other side, and I've learned some things. First thing I learned is I'm going to give myself lots more thread. This is probably one of the cheapest supplies in the project, and the one that's going to screw you the most if you get to the end and you don't have enough to finish. I'd rather have too much than not enough. And I learned something else, how to lock the thread. So the thread's through the needle. I'm going to take the needle and punch it through the thread towards the end. Then we pull this down. You got a little loop. You cinch this up, and now it's kind of tied to the end and it won't come out. Second side done. Much more thread on the ends, which makes it much easier to tie off. Alright. The leather looks kind of funky because I left it in the clamps too long, but the stitches look good. I really would like it better, I think, if I had some thicker thread. I just don't know how to size this stuff yet. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let's see how it all goes together. So that's going to go up through there. We'll put the snapping feature on in a little bit. That slots in like that. We got to do our belt loop. We got to do our snap. I'm just going to put this where I think it ought to go. Now I've got a matching center point on both pieces. This is a hole puncher. Boom. Let's take this out. It won't reach. Alright, luckily I've got these other punches. So this stud sticks up, the snap goes over it, And this is going to round over that stud and hold it in place. That's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. Now, so we don't crush this part of the snap, there's this cupped little dish that you put it in. Boom. Now the next thing we need to do is the belt loop. There's one more thing I want to do, and I want to clean up the edges and really make this look a lot more polished. You can see these edges aren't straight and clean at all, and I'm also not happy with the shape of this. I'm going to clean up all of that with the strip sander, and it should look better. I didn't take away too much material, but it's just a much cleaner edge here. It looks like I meant to do that. Alright, one last thing. I'm going to take some paste wax. I'm going to hit the whole thing with it because I think it's going to make it look pretty nice. Once I kind of buff it in and rub it around and everything. Definitely gives it a more lived-in look. Makes it a little bit softer. Let's put it together. Alright, that's it. That's the project. I have watched a bunch of people do leather projects over the last couple years, Jimmy being one of them, and another channel called Quarter Leather. I've learned a lot by watching them, picking up tips and tricks. The one thing that didn't turn out great, I let this sit in the clamps too long when I was molding it. It got kind of funky here. I have a feeling that's just going to blend in over time and become part of the personality of this. It's a shop tool. It's not that big of a deal. I do all kinds of stuff here on this channel. If you like what you see, take the time to subscribe. If you think this is a decent project, go ahead and share it. And thanks for watching.